This is lesson 189, 189. And today I thought what we'd do is I went to walk on in Cromer, along the promenade and onto the pier, and I was walking back and I thought, wow, that cloud's a smasher. You know, it looked a real threatening cloud. And I thought, well, I think the best thing to do is we'll take a note of that and we'll paint it. There it is. It's a nasty cloud. I don't know if you can see that, can you? But I thought, right, we'll have some of that. And I thought, well, that's a nice subject for us today. So that's what it is. Usual colours, the ultramarine, and the raw sienna, and the ochre, and ultramarine burnt umber. And I don't think I'll bother with any alizarin crimson just now on this one. We'll see. Right, so that's the colours. I put a strip of tape there because this sea is actually lighter than the clouds. So I thought, right, well, we'll protect it and then tattle the sky and see where we go from there. So let's get cracking, shall we? There's got a number 20 brush I've got, and I just thought I'd just put a little touch of water on just to slacken the dust. See how we go. And I want some, this is ultramarine and burnt umber as a mix. This is quite a strong sky it was. And yeah, it didn't rain at the end of the day. It just carried on being well. Once the cloud went, it turned out to be quite nice. But you never know, do you? So I thought I'm having some of that, and I thought we'll see what it's like. Mind the little buildings on the top of the cliffs there. No, that's not bad enough. That it was worse than that. So I think we'll make it a bit stronger paint, less water this time, and a stronger mix. There's a real strong one down here. It's quite a bad one. Dark over the sea it was. That's the reason I protected it. I'm leaving a little bit of white in there just to give it a bit of hope as the sky goes. I might get a tissue on that. Let's see if we just take just a little touch out just to give us some. It wasn't all gloom and doom. It was a little bit of not enough in the sky to make you think, well, I'll better take the windshield down and go. I don't want to do too much. It's dark near the horizon there, so I can darken that a bit more. A dark bit over here as well. set that a bit darker. Well, that's dry now. I think what we'll do, we'll take this tape off. I've been protected the sea, and then we'll put some of those cliffs in. I think that's secured me a nice sea line there. You see, nice and crisp, and it was lighter, so I needed that help there. So we'll put in some of these cliffs. The distant ones are quite bluey, really. So let's just in the distance there were sort of distant and quite. There were marks on them and that bit bluey as well. And then they got a bit more green, so it's a camel yellow and Windsor blue red shade. A weak mix of it will give me the next range of hills here, or cliffs, or whatever you like to call them. They are cliffs actually, but they're covered in greenery about here. So I'm going to get some rock or sand effect just further up here as it comes closer to the foreground. Let's take a touch of get some cliffs in there. The green gets a little bit stronger as we come forward, of course. That's called aerial perspective. It's using sort of tonal values of light, of colour, to bring the cliffs closer to us. So I'm using a sort of a green there, which is stronger than I use down there. And that hopefully shows that in the background and brings this forward. So if you think, any picture you're doing, just think, well, they're further away, so they're not going to be as intense in colour as the near ones, and you won't go wrong. So I'm putting a bit of sand showing through that at the bottom. Let's have a look, see if we've got some bit of sand. Use some of that raw sienna on that. Yeah, it's better. Get the colours right there. And then in front of there was a row of beech huts. There still is. And it's a lovely spot, and all the people get out there and get the barbecues out and have a really good time. In fact, my daughter's got a barbecue shed down there. So I shouldn't call them a shed. I've got to call them a beech hut. So it's a beech hut anyway. So the cliffs are coming nearer, so we're going to bring them a bit stronger. We'll put some colour in after we've done these. I'll just settle that down. I put that strong beech in now. The sunlit beech was absolutely stunning. It was full of sand. I don't want to do it too strong because I want to capture the light. But it was wow. This is the raw sienna I'm using. And there's the part of the promenade there. But the beach comes right up here. I said there's not a lot of content in this one, but it just struck me as being give me. I think the sky that gave me you know, you get that feeling where, oh, wow, I must paint that, and it's something you can't help. You just I must paint it, and that's what you do. That's what makes us painters, artists, if you like. You want to paint these things, and you do. That's the wall, the beach huts, the houses up there. Well, that's dry now. I think we'll fill in some of these houses on the top here. There. Different shades and values. A bit smaller than others. Bits of white in amongst them. It goes a bit dull as it goes into the distance. You know, there's something there, but we're not bothered what it is. But there is. Trust me. Might be one sticking up here. And perhaps a bit of another one sticking up just here. Put a lighter roof on that one there. I don't want a lot of detail there. It's just I'll put one or two windows in showing, and it'll look better then. These walls, I'll put these in. They're like a miserable browny colour, to front of another word. They're weathered, and they're all right. They don't intrude, put it that way. So we'll try and put a miserable browny colour. Bit of grey into it. Bit more grey into that. This one stands out further because it's in front. So that's CD fences. They don't have to take some battering, I'll tell you. When the tide comes in, high tide, bang. It gives you some real stick, it does. Right, let's get that down. That's all coming down there. Bit of breaks in the cliffs there. Twiddly bits down there. And a tiny brush to put one or two windows in there if it's dry. I don't know if it is or not, but it might be. We'll see. See if it's dry. I think that's dry, that bit down, but we'll probably tattle one or two little windows in it just to give it a bit of, it looks like a building and not just a blob. And probably some down here like this. Just bits and pieces. You don't have to do them all. Cliffs are coming down here. I'll just pop in one or two twiddly bits there. And we'll have a look at these beech huts now. I think they're small, so they're going to be all sorts of colours. They don't just paint in one colour, you know. I wish they did. I'll start one here with a yellow one. Seems a popular colour, yellow, because there's one or two painted that colour. But as I said, they're that far away. We're not sort of trying to put barbecues in and things like that. We're just sort of selecting one or two colours just to show it. We'll put some blue is a popular colour, so we'll put some blue in there. Put your water in there, not wet enough. There's a blue one. Another blue one here. Perhaps one just here. Of course, people like a red one as well, so we'll have a red one. Put a red one in here. You can see what they are anyway. Well, you can see that there's something there. That's what it's all about. I'll put something in the middle there. I'll put a green one in there, shall I? Have a green one. Put some tops on these, just suggest them. Suggested these folks. It's not. I'm not. They're not all water. They'll just show there's something there. That's the best idea. Bits in between them. That's them there. I think I'll put some sea in now. Well, I want to start this colour off with with it looked like a turquoisey colour, turquoise, and it was just, well, just near the coast, near the beach, because what's happening is that the water is thin on top of the sand, and therefore that gives the sand is shining through, and that gives it the effect of like a it's like a translucent effect. It's quite nice, it is. So we'll see if I can reproduce that first, shall we? Let's mix a bit of colour. I'm going to put in some cadmium lemon. Cadmium lemon. Put some Windsor Blue Red shade into that. We should get a touch of the colour I'm after. That looks a bit like a greeny blue. Let's see what we can do with it. Just I'll put in some. It's near the edge of the beach here. It's like a greeny blue. Nice, the sky colour blue if we can. Introduce some of that into it, because it was not as dark as the sky, but it was certainly not a sunny sort of sky. Sunny's got a sea. It had that sort of a turquoisey look about it near the beach. That's what we're trying to get. There's one on there. That's a bit darker at the front here. Darken that this foreground a little bit more with that blue to bring it forward. It's just here, see. As it comes through. I'm starting to fiddle now, so I'll accept what I've got and be thankful. Dry that. Right now, the next thing I think is there's three groins on here. One at the distance, one middle grain there. So we'll pop them in. I've just looked on the photograph, and I can see the distant one. It's very very fine, but I'm putting it in. Let's get a brush. We stick to our colours. What we're using, the burnt umber and the ultramarine. It gives a nice dark. So we've got, and it's got a. You can just see it just coming about here. It is. It goes out to C or S. That's about it. That's all you can see of that one. And there's another one just here. which is comes down here, starts about here. Because it's near it, it seems to pierce the sea more, or sticking up more out of the sea. It appears a bit broader, and there's some bit sticking up it like that. Groins. Sticky up, sticky up, sticky up, sticky up. Up, up. Then it disappears into the sea. Right, now that there's one in front of that, which is it's same size actually, a bit closer to us. That's the best way of saying it. Mixing a bit more colour for this one. See how it fixed. That's quite a nice colour. And this comes here. I'll put some of the stone chins in here. This brush is a bit miserable, so I think I'm going to get a bit bigger brush to do it with. I'll use that just for the sticky up bits. And use number 6. I think number 6 brush should go what I'm trying to do. That's better. Put one so sticky up bits over this. Because you less of them, because they start going in the sea then. Bump, bump, bump. Right, I was trying to get. I've lost a bit with the sky there, but not to worry. If I start and fill it in, just got away with it. But on any beach, you'll find people. So we better put. I mean, the people who we will find on this beach are minuscule or small or wherever you are. It's lots of little Freds and Mabels, put it that way. But they enjoy the beach. That's what they do. They love it. So let's pop them in. Let's just. I better dry it first. Right, it's dry now. Let's try and put one of those little people in. Don't forget they've got to get in these beach huts, so they can't be that big, can they? So they're going to be tiny. Tiny little figures, just doing things on the beach, like they do. Put a group here, doing something, and perhaps one or two in the water just here. Dark lad, that one. There. Two children with them. You can hardly see them, but they're there. You can put a touch of colour in there because they do wear colours, you know. But as they get further away, they get even smaller. Like this, you're going to get tiny like that. One or two near the beach huts. One's making a barbecue here with his mate. He's saying, shall we light it or shall we throw petrol at it? Dodgy business, petrol. Ooh, don't do that, whatever you do, folks. It'll light, definitely will light, but it's not the kind of light you want. So we keep putting our people on. We'll put some people. These are posh people. They want to sit in here, but because they want to be away from this crowd up here. They're a bit posh. They sat talking to each other, knees in the air, blanket on the floor. The children here, look very, very well educated to do these. None of your riffraff. Of course, they've got a nice little bit of beach here to play in as well. And none of this is reserved, folks. You see, anyone can go anywhere on these beaches apart from the dogs. The dogs have to go up that end and up the other end, and the middle bit is for people. People are the lifeguards. There's lots of lifeguards. Handsome young men they are. I remember it well. And some handsome young ladies as well. So there's a few about, I'll tell you. Let's get near that beach hut again. Put a few colours in there. I might put one or two down here just to, because it looks isolated, doesn't it? These will be closer to us, so you might see a bit more of them. Dust on his head. Where's the girlfriend? Talking about the price of fish and chips. They've gone up, I'll tell you. Oh, dear me. I think it's fish. It's whether they're difficult to catch these days, I don't know, but it certainly causes a problem. He's got his arm out, but put his arm out. That's it. A little one here. They're ready to come down. A bit of colour in amongst this because they all look a bit browny. If I put one or two bits of colour in, it lifts them as painted as people. So we can pop 2 bits of red in here. They've got a red cosy on. One down here. One in the water. Bit of red on. One down here. Yeah. The little one's got a red costume on. She's got a red bikini on. He's talking about this here, lighting this barbecue. Let's see what we've got. I'm just going to have a glance at where the light's coming from this. I think, yeah, we can just see. Yeah. The light is coming from over this cloud here, and like that. So we've got to put some shadows in from these people and things like that. And we put one or two beach towels in, you know, because they like to sit on things, don't they? So we'll put a bit of yellow in here. That'll do them. He's got a bit down here. A bit up behind the sheds and that, or beach hut, sorry. And then we've got some blue costumes on, cobalt blue. Very smart colour. How about that? He's looking the bit. You look at this. Ooh. They're in the water and all sorts here. They're really having fun. Another line on that beach up there. We get a better deal. So the light's coming from this, so you're going to get a bit of a shadow down here like this. You're not getting the sea. I'll just pop a mount on it to make sure it looks reasonable, and see what it does. I'll move me painting. That's my phone, I should say. And there's our Cromer Beach, taken from a picture of the pier, looking to the west. I'm so lucky to live in this place. It's gorgeous, and I enjoy painting that. That's nice. It's not very often I get close up and personal with little bits of walkabout. I like a walkabout at times and see what's what. But that's it, folks, for today. It's hope we have a go at it and enjoy it. It's the beach huts and people on the beach and stuff like that, and going into the sea, the sand showing through with the light of water there, and then the sea and the land, the two colours there, the sea reflecting the sky there, and the sun coming from there and just catching this side of stuff here. Well, until next time, folks, it's goodbye. So until I see you again on the next painting, please give us a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. So it's bye bye from me, folks. Bye bye.